And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. This will be taken in at the 1. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Ready to eat. Watch the floor. Watch the floor. Watch the floor. Watch the floor. Watch the floor.
A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Newton now to throw. And he'll find Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
20. Stay with your man. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Get him. Kill. 20.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get up.
After the run, Newton going to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Go!
From the 41, Locke escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
And that's complete to McCaffrey. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Newton to throw. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now Newton.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Block again here on 2nd and 10. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And blocked down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. On first down, Locke. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Here we go.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Let's go.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
70, Indy. Go.
Locke looks to throw it again. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a third down. Here's Locke to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jabal Sheard in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taylor now returning it. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here first and 10. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Ready? 91. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Ready?
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Darius Leonard, last year's leading tackler as a rookie in the NFL, in on the stop. Looking to throw on second down. Locke flushed out right. That's caught by Howard. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 27 yards there, a first down. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. It's first and 10 at the 14. On the ground, McCaffrey. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Hey, Alpha.
To throw on second and 6. Locke dancing to his left. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They come out here in the eye.
15 line. Got to do better.
They'll try and pick it up in McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown number 18 on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. The run there on first down gets them a yard to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd and 9, Newton, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A huge play that time for the Colts. And even 60 yards. Now Newton, eluding the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Go. So nice number one.
Block now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Demir Bird, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Back to throw, Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Great. 50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic. You're not ready. 8. Shit.
Throwing again. Newton. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Third and long, it's Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the boot. Hey, Foxtrot. 52's the mic right here over there. Ready?
A final shot before half for Locke. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch one. Too little.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Now Locke, he lost the football to town. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Spinning away, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. Oh, good move. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Past the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
50's the mark. Hey, Charlie. Max 50. They can't hang with us. 5.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
70, Indy.
Jamal sheared on the stop.
6-6, pull it out.
3rd and 3.
Mike 50, Mike. Buzz. What? Shoot.
Clock going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Check.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Newton now to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
You don't know no better. 45.
Out of the gun, Newton. And that will be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Block now to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Lock now, 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Lock. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ben Banagoo in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Lock looking downfield for Godwin. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
On
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, orbit.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. N'Keal Harry, the rookie, his intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they got to feel pretty good about it. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that stand up.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check, gun. Check 49. Motion.
They'll go again here with Matt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Newton. Dumps this one off to Mack. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
They'll run for it. This is Mack. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Jake Ryan able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Newton now to throw. And he'll find Hall. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check the backer. Hey!
Now it's Newton. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. Lock going to throw, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
25, check 25, check 25. Hey, Haywood. Mike 50, Mike 50.
A big spot now for the rookie Lock. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Hey, exit.
Lock trying again after the pick six. Going up top for Miller. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Looking to erase a two-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just did one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Josh Jones. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A big play there for Indy. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run here with Mack. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. McCaffrey trying to escape, but he cannot. They get him in the end zone, and that's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Campbell making the catch. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange.
That's caught at the 25. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 49 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Flushed out right. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to 20. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. To throw it is Locke. Steps away to his left. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit.
you've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On the crossing route, complete. That's Hall. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Newton's going to throw it. Going deep here for Parker. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Second and 10. Newton again. Catch made here by Campbell. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A first down there on a pickup of 25.